As an executive and founder in the healthcare space, it's crucial to understand the skill set of an apology. It's the major difference between rebuilding a relationship versus destroying trust, especially when things do not go well. You might think, well, my company is not giant large scale, but any personal relationship between an organization or individual and between your own internal members matters on how you can push things forward without feeling the regret of when things are not handled appropriately. Today, we'll discuss the detriments when apology was not delivered correctly and how to leverage the 5 apology languages by Dr. Gary Chapman for you to quickly rebuild your reputation and do not get replaced by your board when you put in all the hard work of putting your company together.
Healthcare entrepreneurs, are you ready to rewrite the rules for your business so you can have more time off, a great team, and more income while creating a positive social impact? Then you are in the right place. Welcome to The Provider's Edge. I'm your host, Sabrina Runbeck. I'm a provider, an international peak performance keynote speaker, and a best-selling author. Let's open the gateway to profitability for you today. My guests and I help healthcare entrepreneurs and startup founders like you break through barriers so you can control your business, control your life, and control your future. This is your defining moment to be a disruptor in healthcare.
From product mishap to public relation nightmare, every company experiences setbacks. It's how these setbacks are handled properly with the art of apology that can steer the course of the company's full potential and go into a better future. An inappropriate or insincere apology can damage the reputation, client relationship, and employee morale. Furthermore, can eventually damage your bottom line. Many have heard about the 5 love languages by Dr. Gary Chapman, which are acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, and receiving gifts. And there are also 5 apology languages, which we'll discuss today with some of the real life case studies of how when things could have handled differently and with all 5 elements of the apology languages, they would not have gotten where they have gone. Because we all know some people would never say, I am sorry. Yet at times, just because you say, I am sorry, it does not encompassing everything for everyone. Let's start with our first case study. On April 9th, of 2017, United Airlines has forcefully removed Dr. David Dow because of an overbooking situation. And the incident was captured on camera and shared among social media. The footage showed that Dr. Dow being dragged down the aisle of the plane by security officer after he refused to give up his seat to accommodate airlines crew members. In response to the black splash, United Airlines CEO Oscar Muniz issued a public statement at the time. Instead of a clear apology and immediate action for this apology, he simply reacted by reaccommodating and largely defended his crew for the action of these airline employees. This added fuel to the public outrage, as many viewed this as an attempt to deflect the problem and minimize the severity of this incident. The absence of expressing regret, one of Dr. Chapman's 5 apology languages, led to public outrage a plummeting stock decline and a significant reputation damage. Later, United CEO issued a more comprehensive apology stating that he deeply apologized to the customer for forcibly being forced out of the airline and promised the company would work on ensuring such thing would not happen again. However, many perceived this was too little too late. The aftermath was significant to United Airlines. The company's stock plummeted, losing about $800 million in revenue in the days following that incident, particularly from China, which many believe Dr. Dao is a Vietnamese origin, was racially discriminated against. The incident shows how poorly managed apology can exacerbate the issue at hand, and especially in crisis situation, leading to severe consequence both to the reputation of the company and financial impact. Now, let's talk about how to use the 5 apology languages to properly address in the same situation. Your company in the healthcare space might not be needing to remove a client. However, if you're doing clinical trial or you have a limited space to offer your program services, this might happen where you overbooked a client. How do you address those situations? Might not be dragging people out of your clinic or out of your research site, but it still can feel a rejection by the people who want to seek care. Now, let's start by discussing how to use all 5 elements of apology in this particular situation. Number 1, expressing regret. We wanted to show that you're sincerely actually feeling the pain caused to your customers and acknowledge these pain by actually stating the words of "I am sorry" and "you are apologizing." From a business entity standpoint, it shows that you actually care about your customer. You have empathy toward them and understanding where they're coming from, the difficulty that you have put on them. Now, the statement from United failed to convey genuine regret over the incident. And instead, a simple sentence such as, "We deeply regret this incident occurred and sincerely apologize for the distress caused to Dr. Dao and other passengers," would have been sufficient. And that also would have shown an empathetic tone. This could convey a caring customer management and image for the company. Now, second one is accepting responsibility. In any crisis situation, it's crucial to step up and accept responsibility for what had happened. United Airlines initially responded by deflecting the responsibility and blame, which caused further damages to their reputation. A phrase such as, "We accept full responsibility for what happened to our airline, and regrettably, this incident have occurred," would have been shown a readiness to own up to their mistake and leading to increased public trust. Number 3, make restitution, which means correcting the wrongdoing. This could involve compensation, more importantly, actions to prevent such incident from happening again, and providing assurance and training to the staff member as well as systematic IT boundaries that would not overbook your clients within the company, and knowing what you truly offer versus over-promising and under-delivering. A simple statement such as, "We are reviewing our internal procedure and providing additional training to our staff to ensure such incident would not occur again," would be great. This would have shown a company's willingness to work toward betterment of their internal system for better customer service. Number 4, genuinely repenting, which involves commitment to change. United's follow-up apology was seen to be too little too late. The company could have expressed the commitment to change more strongly from the get-go and stating things like, "We're deeply sorry for our initial response, and we recognized our mistake and are committed to make necessary changes to ensure this would not happen again." Number 5, requesting forgiveness can be difficult as it requires a commitment and admitting a significant wrong and showing vulnerability. However, it is must in this case to deeply commit to rebuilding the damaged relationship that you have with your customer and future potential customer. And a line like, "We're sincerely asking for your forgiveness and patience as we work to restore your trust and those of others," could have been shown humility and sincerity desire to repair the relationship with their customer. In business setting of any sort, particularly healthcare, when we're dealing with not just person's health, but in their emotion behind the burden that they have from their health. Therefore, each of the apology languages is crucial in different ways to effectively convey what you are able to do to manage each crisis situation. They help to preserve a company's reputation, restoring trust, and showing the company is willing to work on building that relationship with its customer. The United Airlines incident is a stark reminder that the way a company handles an apology, particularly you do have to say, "I'm sorry," and apologize for it, and can have a long-lasting impact on its reputation and financial status. All right, let's keep going. Our second incident. In 2010, BP faced a similar predicament of crisis from the Deepwater Horizon incident of oil spill. CEO Tony Hayward's public statement has caused significant public pushback and judgment due to the inadequate and insensitivity of what he said, such as he wants his life back. Now, some of you have known that Deep Horizon oil spill exploded at the Gulf of Mexico, leading to massive marine oil spill, causing the damage within the habitat, within the environment, as well as 11 deaths at the time. BP, the primary leaseholder of the rig, faced significant criticism and financial responsibility. CEO Tony Hayward made several public statements and apologies that were widely criticized. Perhaps some of the infamous thing that he said was, "There's no one who wants this to be over than I do. I like have my life back." That seems very insincere because he did not express the severity of death caused by these people who work at the rig, as well as the significant, tremendous environmental damages. This is a case of not accepting responsibility. As a founding member of your company and the leader, you do not want to be in similar position where Tony Hayward was eventually replaced by the board. So what it means is when things happen, you don't want it to mash and spread even more negativity to your company that you have to be replaced despite how much hard work you put in building that company. Now, let's talk about the 5 apology languages, how we can better serve in this particular issue that's both environmentally impacted, human lives were impacted, and also how we represent and not get taken over by the stress. 1, Hayward's infamous "I want my life back." Yes, definitely highlights that he did not say he is actually sorry that they didn't have the back system to ensure safety for the rig. He could have just said that we deeply regret the incident and devastation that has caused to the habitat due to the deep water horizon oil spill and the harm that has done to the community, to the environment, and to the lives lost. Number 2, accepting responsibility is crucial. In this situation, it can show the company is ready to own its mistake and promoting a culture of safety and accountability. Here was the inability to accept responsibility was seen as insensitive, especially toward the lives that were lost and significant impact that has caused. BP could have issued a statement such as, we accept full responsibility for the incident and then fully acknowledge the role it has played on the environment and the people. 3, make restitution in BP's case would involve more than just financial compensation. For instance, they could say, we're committed for a long-term plan to restore and improve the affected habitats and community. Above that, we'll make sure planning out all the necessary cleaned up operation in that area. That can show that they have a plan and to correct their mistake. Number 4, genuine repentance from BP need to show that they are committed to change, which might have been, we sincerely apologize for the shortcomings of our safety guideline and standards and training. And we're committed to sustainably and company-wide to improve in these areas of safety protocol to ensure this will never happen again. By requesting forgiveness is definitely challenging in this situation, especially lives were lost, especially also given the massive scale of the disaster. Therefore, BP might be able to say, we ask for your patience, for your forgiveness as we work tirelessly to make amend and prevent this incident from happening in the future. The Deepwater Horizon incident is an important reminder that accepting responsibility and then planning out the ways that you can prevent things from happening again is crucial to restore trust and truly show people that you understand the devastation certain incident occurred. And BP could have been more effective in navigating these crises, starting with long process of rebuilding trust. Our third case study, which some of you who are active on social media might have already heard, is that Snapchat faced backlash in 2018 for advertisement that have shown to be insensitive to domestic violence. It's an ad for a game called Would You Rather, which made light of reference to Rihanna and Chris Brown's past relationship. Quote, slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown. The significant backlash had turned both users and Rihanna herself, who criticized the ad on her Instagram story, stating that Snapchat had made a joke of victim of domestic violence. Snapchat removed the ad and released a statement stating, quote, the advert was reviewed and approved in error as it violates our advertisement guideline. We immediately removed the ad last weekend once we became aware. We were sorry that this happened. Okay, so they did say, we're sorry, as one of the languages, and then did say how they were fixing it. However, that's still not enough in this particular situation. This apology that they published for the public felt like they were not giving enough remorse for the situation and actually did not take responsibility for publishing the ad. Rihanna publicly criticized of the ad, coupled with Rihanna's public criticism of the ad coupled with the insincere apology result in a substantial drop in Snap Inc.'s stock prices, with a reported $800 million wiped off the company's market cap. The event was a significant lesson and a blow of the image of the company and demonstrating the real-world impact of a poorly handled apology. Now, you might say, we are not an information company. We are educational. We provide patient monitoring or patient education. Patient advocacy are just educational information would never get to that way. However, research has always been changing, and the way that we present information, not everyone perceives the same way. That's why we have different types of love languages, appreciation languages, and apology languages. We wanted to make sure that all of us are genuinely repenting when we give an apology. Okay, let's review the 5 apology languages, how we can use in this situation. Number 1, again, is expressing regret. Yes, Snap Inc. did say that they are sorry for this incident of happening. Now, it's a bit of lack emotional depth, needing to convey sincere regret. A statement saying, we deeply regret this incident have occurred and it's because our mistake of proving it, which they did not say that. They just say, oh, we approved by not compliant with the ad guideline, then why did you approve it? And they can also say, we understand the stress caused to Rihanna and the public, could have demonstrated genuine regret and expressed the emotional understanding of the domestic violence. And the emotional understanding of the domestic violence occurred in the situation. Do accepting responsibilities involve acknowledging and expressing that they actually know what have happened. In this case, the company's mistake. While Snapshot did mention that the ad was approved in error, a clear acceptance, like we accept our mistake in allowing such ad to be approved and published, would have been more clear in its statement and action. 3, in Snapchat's case, making resolution have involved retaliating how they plan to prevent such incidents in the future. A statement such as, we're committed to revisit our ad reviewing process and increase oversight to ensure no offensive material slips through the cracks in the future, would have much better and in clarity and show tangible plan to make things the right way. For genuine repent, it's about showing a commitment to change. Snapchat's apology felt it did not clearly demonstrate this commitment. A statement such as, we understand that this error happened and it's our responsibility, our failure in our process. And therefore, we're committed to learn from the experience and correct to ensure it does not happen in the future. Number 5, while it can be challenging for any company to request forgiveness, it would show a sincere desire to mend the relationship. Snapchat might have said, we ask for your forgiveness and understanding that we work diligently to recite our process and prevent such error in the future. These 3 case studies have demonstrated how crucial it is to truly protect both your reputation and your company's reputation to prevent losing in revenue, stock plummeting, and lose faith and trust from your existing clientele and those of future ones. Now, let's quickly summarize are 5 apology languages that you have to use in a business setting. Number 1, express regret, a sincere acknowledgement of a mistake that was happening. Express empathy toward those who are impacted and build trust and portray the company has the capacity and compassion and toward this situation. And some statement could be, I'm sorry that I forgot this important milestone that is crucial to you. I'm sorry to say that this mistake was done on my part. I should have communicated better. Or I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. 2, accepting responsibility. Owning the mistakes and take responsibility creates a culture of accountability and can improve public perception of your company's integrity. Ways to express this type of apology is, I'm so sorry. It was my fault. I should have confirmed the appointment and be prepared to meet. Next time when we meet, I'll make sure to show up early with all documents at hand. This is on me. I should have known better than bring up the topic. Things be very clear and accepting what you have done to that person to make sure that they are heard and seen and understood. 3, making restitution. In business, we want to make sure in business, it could mean financial compensation for those in business. This could mean financial compensation for those who are affected. And beyond that, it could be refunds, discounts, or other ways to resettify the situation. Something you could say in this situation is, I'm so sorry for the mistake that I have done. There might be nothing I could do to fix it right now, but I will want to learn how to make it right for you and make sure this doesn't happen again. Or here's what I'm going to do to make sure that this doesn't end up to put you or anybody else in that position again. Or as a company, we're going to work on ourselves internally to figure out a better process and system to ensure that you and anybody else in your situation will not get hurt. For genuinely repenting. The involvement of sincere commitment to change and taking steps to ensure the mistake that occurred can lead to a clear message that people can trust you, that it's not a recurrent issue. Because even you can say, I did not intend to hurt you. We all know that doesn't mean things are resolved or things won't happen. So to truly have a plan is what people want to hear. So some of the sentences you could say is, I'm sorry that I have canceled this appointment last minute. I will make sure to double check my calendar, set reminders, so I will be with you next time if you allow me to make another appointment. Other statements can be, I'm planning to take you to dinner to make up for what I did. You can also say, please accept this gift for apology. I'm truly sorry for what happened. Last but not least, number 5 is asking for forgiveness. This can be challenging as a company because it implies you truly did make a mistake and show your vulnerability. But it also conveys humanity and genuine patience and desire to rebuild the relationship at hand. Some of the statements you can say, including, please forgive me for my insensitivity of my statements during our conversation yesterday. I did not mean by any harm to you, or I hope someday you could forgive me, or I understand that what I did was wrong and you got hurt from it, and I ask for your forgiveness. Knowing how to appropriately apologize for a crisis situation or even just from friends, colleagues, and even intimate relationship, it's crucial to know how to apologize in a way that people want to hear. So in most cases, might as well use all 5 different languages to cover all your bases, especially when it's come to public management of your reputation. An appropriate apology, especially as we learn from Dr. Gary Chapman of the 5 apology languages, is a powerful tool in the business world. It's not only helping the company to avert crisis, mitigating the situation, but also help to rebuild the trust in the internal and external relationship, and also learn from these past experiences to apply for the future and not get defensive for any statement and not redirect to something else to create excuses. By learning from these apology languages, founders, executives like you in the healthcare space can quickly overcome the setbacks created by a difficult situation. Therefore, you can build resilience, understanding, and ultimately a successful future.
Thank you for listening. Remember, the positive change we're seeking starts right here with me and you. If you are a fan of the show, or if you are just having struggles or success that you're either experienced in the past or are experiencing now in the healthcare industry, these matter to all of us. I want to hear from you. Visit sabrinarunbeck.com/connect and send me a direct message. Talk soon.